What's up and welcome to this week's episode of Banshee Boat. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right down there and turn your notifications on. Today's episode, I've compiled a list of 5 reasons outboard hydrofoils suck and you should not waste your money on them, so stay tuned.
Ooh, Banshee boating, baby!
Very good.
Close. Banshee Boat for everything boating. These maneuvers could be dangerous if not operating the boat properly. Do so at your own risk. Make sure to always have boating safety equipment, pleasure craft license on board, and always wear your PFD. Be conscious of those around you. Respect the shared waterway. Remember, never drink alcohol on boat. Always play safe on the wall.
We've had a lot of people asking about hydrofoils, and this is a touchy subject. Let me know in the comments if you have ever been successful or unsuccessful with a hydrofoil. Let me know your experiences right now. Are hydrofoils garbage or are they a sweet upgrade? Here's 5 reasons hydrofoils aren't worth a dime and you should keep your money and save it to spend on gas. Reason 1. If the boat manufacturer didn't install the hydrofoil, there's a good chance it shouldn't be there at all. And this is a pretty obvious thing. Like when you buy a boat, the manufacturer is going to try and squeeze out the maximum performance of that boat. And if the manufacturer could whip on a cheap piece of plastic and get the boat running that much better, they would do that. The manufacturer didn't install the hydrofoil, which means it might not have any performance benefits and it's probably just a tacky upgrade. So you can ride your high horse on your hydrofoil all day long and it does absolutely nothing. Let me know in the comments if you've had any experiences, positive or negative, with hydrofoils. I've even heard before that if you feel like you need a hydrofoil on your boat, it may mean that your boat's not set up properly, like the engine needs to be moved up or down, the trim settings are off or something. You may not need a hydrofoil, it might just end up being a band-aid to your situation. Something's not set up properly, hydrofoil makes it smoother, boat sketchy, so hydrofoil worky. I've included a helpful article in the description on how to boost your speed with engine height adjustments, so check that out if you're interested in that. The hydrofoil puts added stress on the lower leg of the engine. Whether it's the bolts where the lower leg bolts on, anywhere on the lower engine, it puts stress on the cavitation plate. The hydrofoil puts added drag in the water. That's obvious. You're gonna add something in the water, you're gonna get some added drag. A hydrofoil could add unnecessary stress to the lower leg of your engine. Have you heard that before? Hammer that like button. It always relieves stress. This is the lower leg right here of the engine, and the hydrofoils here, that extra drag would have to go somewhere, to the bolts or to a weak spot. Let me know if you've had any experiences with the hydrofoil doing any kind of damage to your engine. I'm not sure if this creates any problems over long-term use. It could potentially just put stress on wrong places. I'm not sure. I've never heard of any damage from the resistance in the water with the hydrofoil on the lower leg. But there's always a first for everything. Reason 3. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Cue the rock music. Reason 3, hydrofoils suck, is because they're a junky piece of plastic and they're a complete scam. And everybody knows putting a hydrofoil on your boat is a complete waste of your money and you just got scammed off by a scam artist. I want a piece of plastic to bolt on my boat for $100. And you know, maybe I'll get one. You get it for your boat and then you're just like, whoa, now I'm at $100. Okay, well, it is possible that the hydrofoil was just somebody's, get rich quick scheme. Make a plastic hydrofoil, whale tail, whale fin, fin tail, fins up, whatever you want to call it. Make something like that, bolt it on, drill it on. Now convince everybody with an outboard that they need to bolt this baby up to their cavitation plate. It looked like the perfect bolt-on accessory. I'll be honest, it's cool, came in under $100. It definitely didn't help with any high speed. My boat never really had a problem with getting on plane in the first place. Boats have been around time and time again without hydrofoils. It's a really serious debate whether these things actually work or not. It's one of those things that make you think, oh, lucky son of a gun that invented that, eh? Just put some plastic in a mold and we bang them out $100 a piece, and everyone installs it themselves at home. Bada boom. They're easy to make, easy to sell, but do they work? We want to look at the data and see if hydrofoils work. Reason number 4, hydrofoils suck, is that they always say there's no drill applications. That's a scam in the word itself, because you always know that you're gonna have to be drilling some type of holes into your cavitation plate on your engine. And I've heard of some stuff before that's some kind of an adhesive that actually sticks the hydrofoil on, or some type of clip that clips in there to try and hold the hydrofoil in place. But when you're getting that water drag coming by your engine, it's gonna rip right off. And I've actually heard of a story or two of the hydrofoil ripping off and damaging the propeller. And imagine if you were pulling a tuber or water skier and that hydrofoil flew off, it wasn't bolted on properly, and hammered someone. The last thing I want to get done to me when I'm water skiing is get hammered with a plastic scam part in my face. No. Some companies will claim that there's no drilling, but keep in mind, we know that if we want to install this thing properly, we're probably going to have to drill it into your motor, unless your motor's got some kind of like patented system where it hooks into its own hydrofoil, which is weird because motors don't have that. They'll come with what they need, which gets back to reason 3 that it's a scam. I'm not sure how everyone installed their hydrofoils, but when I got the Banshee, there was already one installed. I have myself uninstalled it and reinstalled it multiple times since then, but the original owner only installed it with 3 bolts, presumably to avoid drilling a 4th hole, but I just ran it like that, 3 bolts, you know, it looked to me mechanically sound. This was a standard engine in the 80s, and it definitely wasn't a no drill situation, so we definitely had to get the drill involved, and we had to bolt that hydrofoil on properly. Reason number 5, hydrofoils completely suck, is because they slow you down. Hydrofoils, it's pretty obvious they must add some type of extra drag. When you're hammering at your top speed, you don't want anything to slow you down. I don't need a piece of plastic in the water pulling drag back and slowing me down 5 miles per hour off my top speed. No thanks. And not to mention spending an extra $100. $100 of my money, just to slow down? No way! Pretty obvious that they would increase the resistance in the back end and take a few miles per hour off your top speed. Check out our video, Hydrofoil Speed Test, right down below in the description if you want to check out more awesome hydrofoil content. We check out how it is with and without the hydrofoil. It's pretty sweet. When we do get the boat flying fast, you always trim the motor up so you can get the leg out of the water a little bit, so you can decrease some of the drag from the leg. That hydrofoil would most likely be out of the water anyways, and it shouldn't cause any extra drag. But, you know, it all depends on the operator, and it all depends on your boat. Even if there is a difference in top speed, it's been minimal at my experience, with or without the hydrofoil. In conclusion, results may vary, depending on the boat motor, depending on the conditions, depending on the operator, results may vary. I do find that the Stingray Classic Senior definitely helped with stabilization at lower speeds and helped to get on plane a little bit easier. It definitely didn't help with any top speeds. Maybe knocked a couple off, but if anything, I definitely did find that it helped with the stability quite a bit. More sturdy, more solid, and more like a cruising boat that could handle more aggressive waves. A hydrofoil really increases the quality of the ride by helping force the stern up to force the bow down. The hydrofoil might just be a band-aid or a crutch solution for your problem for your boat, but if it works, let me know in the comments. If it doesn't, let me know in the comments. This is Banshee Boatin' signing out. See you next week. We're gonna do some great stuff. We're gonna do some drone shots, new lakes. We are only striving to get 4K shots. I'm gonna try and get the best sound and the best video in every single video to come, and make it better and better every single video that I make. So hopefully you subscribe right down there, because every video that comes out, you are gonna be happy with.
Woo! Banshee Boatin'!
check out one of these other fantastic videos. You won't be disappointed.